Turned out to be a bad night for me. I came home, look, no power. These are my power banks I built. So what happened, at 6 o'clock tonight, my TV and the lights all went out. Went outside and I saw the manhole was on fire. I called 911 to get the fire department here. They came, sealed off the area, and now Con Edison is trying to get us some emergency power. The manhole wires are burnt. He said they're just emergency crew and they don't do cabling. So this all started at 6 o'clock, and the time right now is 9:25. So far nothing. Luckily I have these emergency lights I built, which is helping me walk around. As you can see how dark it is, but look how good these lights are that I make. So I have a fan, and I can only put it on low, and I had it running off of that battery pack that has 110 that I took apart and I showed you in another video. That lasted me, that was good. That lasted me for 4 hours. Then I went to that big battery. That's a 12-volt battery, 18 hours. And I have one of those car chargers, and I'm charging that thing back up. And it's doing pretty good. It was at 1 line, it's at 4 now. So hopefully that big battery will be able to charge that like a couple times. And then I have a jackety, which I just put in because that died. It was 1 line. And then the jackety is running the fan now, but it also has USB-C, which I plugged into that big adapter power pack that I have, and it's also running that little cooler that I have. The little cooler is USB, and it's just a 120 fan inside there, and you pour water and it's going through a filter, but it's cooling down. Without that fan and that thing, forget it. I would be dead. My refrigerator, it's crazy. Look, no lights. I'm hoping by midnight. He said it's going to take a while to give us emergency power. So I think they're bringing a truck in, and they're going to run the power lines into the corner house. And he said all these houses are attached. The power's underground. So waiting for him. Well, you see, building all these things and buying all these things turned out good for me, because this time it was me, and I would never think that would happen. It's Friday night. What else could go wrong? So that was my Friday night and the video. You have to go to the bathroom, you have to walk like this, and then you can go to the bathroom. See? This is crazy. Well, that's the story. Alright. Hope you enjoyed this crazy video. Friday night blackout. This big battery. I have one of these car chargers. It's charging this thing back up. I have this battery pack, which just went down 1 light from 4. It's charging this jackety and running this, and I'm running my fan on low, and it's working good. It's keeping me cool in this hot room with no power. I hope they get the power on by midnight. I mean, at least this is working. This gave me 4 hours. I don't know how many hours that's gonna give me. And this is charging that up. I don't know how many times this can charge this up. It's a 18-hour battery. We'll have to see, but so far my system works good. And you can see right there, those are my little LED lights I built. And this thing has a little light, and it's got water in here. And that's the story of my nightmare coming home to a manhole fire. So what is the best solution? Instead of using these 110 fans that are killing my batteries, is to buy a 12-volt fan, one or two, and this way they can run off my battery pack. And the big thing could be charging my battery pack while my fans are going, and that would be better instead of running 110 and draining and killing this battery quick. But so far the system's up and running, so hopefully this will stay working until they get the lights on. He said it's going to take a while. They're going to give me temporary service because the manhole wires are all burnt up. So I guess they're going to put a truck outside and just run the wires into the corner house building. The poor lady, they're going to have to run it through a window, take her box apart, because all these houses are linked together. That's what the guy told me from Con Edison. Well, Friday experience, what a nightmare. So this is what they had to do, go to the corner house and run that cable all the way up there, all the way across to those 3 points there. So that's how they brought it in. And the manhole that was on, oh, and this was the manhole that was smoking yesterday. So that's what they did. They went to those 3 points up there, electricity, ran the wire all across into the building, into her basement. And that's how we got our power on. It took 10 hours for them to get power. What is the model of this story? The story is that, yes, I had my small fan, 110, working off of my battery packs, off my battery pack that has a 110. The one was good for 4 hours, and then the other one was only good for 2 hours. So I think the best thing is to get a car battery. That would have been good for 10 hours and let the fan run. And don't use 110. Use USB fans. Or forget about the 110. Just build a big power pack with about 25 batteries. And that will last you 10 hours. That'd be a 10-hour pack with 2 12-inch fans, and you'll be good to go. So I think that might be my next project.